the 15-minute chart. Now I'm just going to be breaking down a few basic concepts, right? So I start off with marking out structural low, structural high, structural low, and then the structural high over here. So these are my basic 4-pillar approach, which I go through in every single day, every single video. So structure low, structure high, structure low, and then we have our structure break over here. So this is our current market structure, right? We understand we're dealing between this low and this high. And so anything you see in between, right? So all these lows, all these highs, all these lows, all these highs, these are all internal to the overall dealing range. And so understanding your dealing range is one of the most important things. So your dealing range is going to be from this most recent low up to this most recent high, right? Most recent low to most recent high. Now, once you understand that, you can then begin to find your key levels. And so one question I get is, how do you find a higher time frame bias and how do you ensure you're on the right side of the market? Well, the way you do that is by finding key levels with 2 basic concepts, right? Premium and discount and weekly opening price. So this is what I'm going to be going over. So if you look at this market structure over here on the left, let's kind of break down what we're talking about. So we have a structural low down here and we have a structural high. So anything in between is internal, right? So this is the dealing range we're focusing on. So we have, of course, a dealing range low and we have a dealing range high. And so what we're looking to do is we want to use the fib correctly. Now, the way to use the fib correctly is to simplify your approach. So you have a structural dealing range low and you have a dealing range high. So what you're looking for is a key level to short from in this region, right? Just like this. This is basically what you're looking for. So it's very, very simple. So the 4 steps, right? Step 1 is you're looking for market structure, right? Step 2 is you want to identify your dealing range, right? This low to this high, right? That's step 2. Step 3, are you in premium or discount? So we're in premium. So this is going to be step 3. And step 4 is identifying the key level. So this is how I find my key levels. So if we go to the charts over here, what you're looking for is a 15-minute fair value gap. Now, if you're looking at this chart over here, hopefully if you've had any more than 1 or 2 years of experience, you will find that this here is a fair value gap. This entire region here is a zone. This is a fair value gap. Now, for me to find my key levels, I am looking at the candle or the range before the fair value gap. So let's kind of dive into this and understand. This is one way I find my key levels. So what I'm looking for is, for me, I will use this wick and this region over here as my key level, right? That is basically how I find the key level. This is one way to do it. This is one rough way you could do it. So here is my key level over here. Now, it doesn't matter that we've kind of broken above it, that we've mitigated